What if the truth of who you are, your very identity, had to be erased just to save your life? And what if the only record of that truth was some kind of secret code hidden in plain sight? A code you might never ever see again.
That really is the haunting question at the heart of Kristin Harmel's The Book of Lost Names.
Exactly. And this novel, it's not just, a New York Times and international bestseller. It's this really profoundly moving work of historical fiction. It's set against the harrowing backdrop of World War II. So for this deep dive, we're going to unpack its narrative, which is quite intricate. We'll explore the characters, they feel so human, and delve into these deep themes that honestly stick with you long after you finish reading.
Yeah, they really do.
Our mission here is basically to extract those crucial bits of knowledge, the key insights, and give you a kind of shortcut to really understanding its core message and all the details.
And just before we jump right in, you should know you're experiencing a unique two-host AI conversation powered by Google's NotebookLM. It's designed for, deeper, more dynamic book analysis.
We really want to get beyond just the surface level.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's unpack this opening. Just imagine seeing an old photograph in a newspaper, maybe, and bam, it instantly unlocks this hidden, dangerous chapter of your life, a chapter you've kept buried, for decades. What kind of emotional jolt must that be?
It's almost unimaginable, and that's precisely where we start in 2005 with Eva Traube. She's 86.
Right.
She's a semi-retired librarian living what seems like a very quiet life down in Winter Park, Florida.
Seems quiet, yeah.
But what's really fascinating here is how just one object, a photograph in this case, can be such a powerful catalyst. For Eva, it's this newspaper article. It features a photo of an 18th century religious text, Epître et Évangile.
And she recognizes it instantly.
Instantly. And that recognition just pulls her right back. It forces a confrontation with memory, both personal and historical.
And the article itself.
Oh, the article is about the efforts of a German librarian, Otto Kuhn. He's doing this commendable work trying to reunite books looted by the Nazis with their rightful owners.
And just like that, her quiet, carefully constructed life, it's just shattered.
Go on.
The recognition is immediate. The emotional pull is just undeniable. And despite her family being really concerned, understandably so.
Of course.
Eva's resolve is, absolute. She knows with total certainty she has to go to Berlin. She has to reclaim this book.
The one she calls the Book of Lost Names.
Yes. Because it holds the secrets, doesn't it? The raw, untold secrets of her wartime experiences. It's much more than just a book to her.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just an artifact. It's like a physical piece of her past, a past she's suppressed for so long, filled with these impossible choices and profound loss.
Yeah.
Her immediate decision, almost irrational seeming, to go to Berlin, it just screams unfinished business.
Yeah.
It forces this confrontation, highlights the immense power an object can hold in unlocking dormant truths even after 60 years.
So that quiet life shatters. And we're plunged back, aren't we? Back to Nazi-occupied Paris.
A completely different world. July 1942. Eva's a graduate student then.
Studying English Lit.
Right. Immersed in literature. Living with her Polish Jewish parents, Tatuś in Mamusia. A stark contrast to 2005 Florida.
And then the shift.
Yeah.
The danger.
It's chillingly swift. The roundups of foreign-born Jews start. Their world just instantly becomes precarious. One night, French police arrest her father, Tatuś.
Oh, God.
He's tragically sent to Auschwitz. And this event really sets everything in motion. But there's a twist.
The documents?
Yes. Before his arrest, Tatuś had incredibly arranged for forged documents through his employer. It gave Eva the means, the tool, to create false papers for herself and her mother. So that's great.
A harrowing escape. Eva and Mamusia used these forged papers to flee Paris. It's incredibly dangerous, but they managed to reach Orléans.
Which is a fictional small mountain town, right? In France's free zone. Relatively safer, but still.
Still occupied France. And it's there, in this small town, that Eva's, her hidden talent gets discovered.
Her skill for forgery, yeah. It's discovered by this really remarkable character, Père Clément.
Tell us about him. He sounds crucial.
He really is. He's a Catholic priest, described as a gentle soul. But underneath, he's running this sophisticated forgery operation right out of his church library.
Wow.
And he's not just helping Jewish refugees. His network also aids escaping RAF pilots. It shows this incredible moral courage, defying the Nazis right under their noses.
And finding Eva's talent. That changes everything for her, doesn't it?
It's pivotal. It turns her from a student into, well, an accidental resistance fighter.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Eva dives into this dangerous forgery work. She's not alone, though.
No, she works alongside Remy Duchamp. That's not his real name, though. It's Andras Koenig. He's described as mysterious, handsome, a fellow forger.
And they develop a relationship.
Yes, a romantic one, adding another layer of complexity and risk. Together, they take on this huge task, forging identity documents for hundreds of Jewish children.
Children being smuggled to safety in Switzerland.
Exactly. And Eva becomes incredibly skilled at this. It's high-stakes, dangerous work. But her mother, Mamusia, she strongly disapproves.
Understandably, she just wants them to escape, right? Get to Switzerland themselves.
Constantly pushing for it. You can just feel that tension, personal safety versus this moral imperative Eva feels growing inside her.
Mamusia's fear is so real, so relatable. But Eva, she's committing to something bigger.
Right, refusing to stand by while not just lives, but identities are being erased. And this leads Eva to identify a really core, heartbreaking problem.
It really is heartbreaking. She realizes so many of these children, they're just too young. They can't remember their real names.
You imagine that. Safe from death, potentially, but losing who you are in the process, your family, your history, gone.
It's this profound threat, isn't it? The erasure of identity itself. Harmel portrays it so powerfully.
Absolutely. And connecting this to the bigger picture. This is where Eva's act becomes pure resistance against that systematic erasure. It's not just saving lives. It's preserving truth, heritage.
So she comes up with a solution.
An ingenious one. She proposes creating a coded record of the children's true identities. She and Remy work together on it.
Using math.
Yes. They develop this complex code based on the Fibonacci sequence, where each number is the sum of the two before it, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5.
Right, I know it.
Kristin Harmel, the author, actually mentioned she was kind of obsessed with it as a kid, but here it symbolizes this natural, life-affirming pattern they're trying to restore for these children whose lives are just shattered.
And where do they hide this code?
They embed it within the pages of that old religious text, the Epître Évangile, that becomes the Book of Lost Names.
Wow. Just incredible ingenuity born from necessity. Yeah. As we delve deeper into this story of courage and, well, sheer ingenuity, just a quick reminder, you can find more in-depth explorations and thought-provoking analyses like this one on Mindful Moments, that's our YouTube channel, inspiring reflection and rational thought through AI book analysis.
So Eva and Remy, they've poured everything into this. The risk is immense.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
And then the betrayal.
Ugh, it's brutal. Joseph Pelletier, he was Eva's university friend. He joined their group.
And he was an informant.
Yes, a devastating blow right from within their own circle. The consequences are immediate, catastrophic.
A raid.
Chaos. And in that chaos, Eva's mother, Mamusia, is tragically killed.
Oh, no.
And Remy, he just disappears.
Yeah.
Vanishes in the confusion.
So Eva escapes.
Narrowly, with her life, yes. But she has to leave it behind.
The Book
of Lost Names. The very thing she created to save others' pasts, lost in the wreckage of her own. So what does this all mean? All that courage, the ingenuity, the love, just hanging by a thread, and then this devastating blow. The weight of those secrets, carrying that for a lifetime, it's almost unbearable to imagine.
It really is.
After the war, Eva makes to Switzerland. Then eventually the U.S. marries Louis Abrams, has a son, Ben. But she never tells them.
Never breathes a word for decades. It really highlights the profound, often unseen impact of, intergenerational trauma. For Eva, remembering isn't just about the past. It's this constant weight she carries.
It isolates her, even in safety.
Absolutely. The war still holds her captive in a way. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, about the cost of preserving truth for the person who has to carry it.
But the story doesn't leave her trapped in silence forever.
No, thankfully. That present-day storyline, her journey to Berlin in 2005, it leads to this incredibly poignant reunion with the book itself.
Facilitated by that kind German librarian, Otto Kuhn.
Yes. And then the truly astonishing moment, the unexpected reunion with Remy.
He survived.
He survived. He'd been living in New Mexico all those years.
Wow. After all that time, that must have been just an incredible release for her.
It's the cathartic climax, really. The whole arc, from silent suffering to finally speaking, connecting. It shows the healing power of sharing your truth. Not just for her, but for her son, Ben, too.
So she finally tells Ben her story.
Yes. She finds closure, reconnects with Remy, and shares her past with her son. It underscores that memory isn't just history. It shapes our present and future. Healing is possible, even decades later.
It really shows the book isn't just a gripping story, is it? It's this window into a part of history maybe many of us don't know much about, and it forces you to ask these really tough questions about right and wrong when the world just goes completely upside down.
Definitely. And at its heart, the novel is so deeply concerned with identity and erasure.
Yeah, the Nazis trying to systematically wipe out Jewish identity.
Yeah.
And Eva's work being this powerful act of resistance against that.
Exactly. The book itself, it symbolizes, as the text says, the last shred of identity of hundreds of Jewish children who stand to be erased by the Nazi regime. It's defiance against total dehumanization.
And that ties right into memory and preservation, doesn't it?
Absolutely central. The importance of remembering, of preserving truth. It's almost like a character in the book. The coded book is this perfect metaphor for memory's power to resist being wiped out.
It also really looks at choice and moral courage, how people respond in impossible situations.
The book makes it clear. In times of great peril, a person is defined by the choices they make. And layered onto that, you have the love story between Eva and Remy, the family ties. It all adds tension and emotional depth.
It also digs into the moral complexities, doesn't it? The resistance work itself.
Yes, the forgery. It makes you grapple with those ethical questions. Is deception justified to serve a greater good? What is justified against systematic evil? It's not black and white.
And that focus on document forgery as resistance feels quite unique.
It really does. As one reviewer pointed out, lots of WWII books exist, but few focus specifically on making false papers, the unique dangers involved.
And Harmel did her research, connecting it to real people.
Extensive research. She connects the fiction to real heroes like Adolfo Kaminsky, a Jewish forger credited with saving unbelievably something like 14,000 lives through similar work. That historical authenticity really elevates the story.
It's just an incredible testament to that quiet, everyday heroism, people making extraordinary differences. Harmel's commitment to sharing these Holocaust stories, making sure they aren't forgotten, it really comes through.
And it poses a question for us today, doesn't it? What small acts of courage, what forms of truth preservation might be needed now? Even if they seem small, Eva's story shows the ripple effect can be immense.
So ultimately, the Book of Lost Names is both, powerful entertainment and really essential education. It shines a light on ordinary people doing extraordinary things in the darkest times. Definitely makes you think.
Indeed. It's just an enduring testament to memory, identity, and that incredible courage found in ordinary people. A poignant reminder of historical trauma's impact, but also the heroism that shapes our world.
For more deep dives into thought-provoking books and discussions that hopefully inspire reflection and rational thought, do check out Mindful Moments on our YouTube channel and, of course, our podcasts.
So here's a final thought. If names are identity and memory is truth, what responsibility do we have to ensure the stories of the lost are never truly forgotten? And maybe more personally, how do we choose to carry that legacy forward?
Subscribe, share, purchase via link, and think critically.